jab, double hands, left hand behind it, okay? Body and head, okay? Don't reach for it.
Oh, beautiful right cross. It came right back after shooting this left.
He slowed in round 5 to something more like Barrera wants, but still, Pacquiao landed 16 out of 42 power shots. Barrera only got 14 of them off. So it appears to be another round that Pacquiao is likely to have won. Barrera hasn't really found any answers since round 1. I'm thinking of something Larry Merchant told me a long time ago, Manny. Younger, stronger, faster, hungrier usually wins.
Yeah, pretty much when Barrera told you also yesterday, we get it real. He said that Pacquiao reminds him a lot of himself. It's really hard to be a good fighter that has a lot of spirit, a lot of determination.
Well, let's remember that this is, in a real sense, Barrera's hometown. This is where Julio Cesar Chavez
got a ball with Julio, with Corral Whitaker, right?
Lost 9 or 10 rounds and got a draw out of it.
One of the worst decisions of the last 10 years.
But unlike a lot of those fighters which are the victims, so to say, of bad decisions, I don't think the Pacquiao's going to take off at the last few rounds and ease up at all. I think he's going to fight the same pace and not take a break at the end of the fight.
These are Texas judges here tonight, too. Those are governing body judges who gave challenges to all the Whitaker. Pacquiao going to the body effectively. Starting to dominate every area of the fight. Now Barrera gets a hard right hand back. Thinks he's hurt Pacquiao. Chases him down a little bit. Then he raises his arms to say, yeah, come on, trade with me. You know I want you to trade with me. Hard left to the body by Pacquiao.
That rally suggests it's a little early to count out a great pro like Barrera. Still got half a fight to go after this.
Well, Barrera's the kind of fighter who can win a fight when he's outgunned, but when he's this much outgunned,
And this kid is fighting with so much speed and so much determination. I don't think he's going to collapse going down the stretch. And Barrera just doesn't seem to have the speed tonight.
crowd comes alive as Barrera, for the moment, gives as good as he takes. Another right hand over the top. This is a round that judges could give to Barrera if they're looking for one to give to Marco. But Pacquiao's body punches set up another knockdown, and Lawrence Cole says it's not a knockdown. Their feet must have been tangled up. I'll tell you what, that was a hard left hand, and there's another one like it.
That looks like more of a knockdown, certainly, than the one in the first
No
round.
question about it.
Alright, Manny. Very nice. Okay.
There's no need to get overexcited. We came to win. Throw the left hook to the body, to the liver. That's your good punch. 3 punches. Combination.
Right there, you see he's throwing the combinations after dropping underneath, and Barrera was out balanced. But you could call it a knockdown because any blow that lands above the waist that causes the person to go down legally is a knockdown.
Hey, knockdown.
It was more of a knockdown than the first one.
Way more. Power punches in round 6. Pacquiao landed 32 out of 67. That's his high number for the fight. Harold Letterman, have you found any round since the first to give to Barrera?
No, Jim. 5 rounds to 1. 58, 54. Manny Pacquiao. Jim on the knockdown. Marco Antonio Barrera hit the wet spot. You know where it's painted over there. His legs clearly came out from under him. I gotta agree with Lawrence Cole. It was a slip. Other than that, Pacquiao too aggressive, landing the hard shots.
Question. If he hit the wet spot and that's why he went down, why didn't they stop the fight and wipe the wet spot?
Well, before the fight, they tried, without question, to work that wet spot. They're using paper towels, then they use the towel. It gets wet from sweat, there's no question.
Round 7 begins the way all the other rounds have begun, with Pacquiao firing combinations and landing them. And he backs Barrera into the ropes and hammers him again. And now there's a big cut on Barrera's left eye, and he's claiming that he was butted. And Pacquiao's grin is getting bigger.
There is blood dripping.
And you hear Lawrence Cole saying accidental headbutt, and it is a big cut. Barrera's been cut many times before. That's a bad one, although it's small. And frankly, you know, if he chooses to stop, they go to the scorecards and he loses. So he's got no real competitive choice other than to keep going under any circumstance.
It's not really his choice. If he chooses not to fight, then the fight's over.
Every indication is that he doesn't want to fight anymore. Even though I feel like the cut, even though it's late, the process could be stopped. But I don't think he wants to fight anymore.
He should be talking.
Get your mouthpiece? Your mouthpiece here. Time it!
Barrera seemed to be asking for a DQ against Pacquiao, but Cole had already ruled it an accidental butt. Marco's in a lot of pain, as he showed you. His corner was asking for the left hook to the body. I don't know if it'd make that much difference now, Manny.
No, I think this stage, I think the momentum is definitely with Pacquiao, and I don't think it's going to change either.
Barrera wincing, the blood dripping into the corner of his eye.
And Pacquiao's still determined not to let him take control of the fight. Even when he throws back, he's determined to come right back.
Barrera desperately trying to land a punch that could stave off this little avalanche coming at him.
Perfect word. It's been an avalanche. The irresistible force of Manny Pacquiao.
Now the right jab is coming in.
By Barrera. Left hand cover. Shows Pacquiao. Barrera backs him into the ropes. Again, Pacquiao raises his arms and says, "Trade with me, come on," but that exchange belonged to Barrera.
The exchange definitely belongs to Barrera. But the spirit and the momentum of the fight is definitely Pacquiao.
Now Barrera butts Pacquiao intentionally, and you saw it. He went right at him with his head. Referee Lawrence Cole properly warning Barrera about that. Rough night.
Will Barrera ask his corner to stop the fight?
This interesting, the blood seemed to have coagulated on his own.
There's nothing. Okay, you're all right. There's nothing. Don't let him permit him to stop the fight. You gotta win. All right, lift it up. You gotta pick up the speed. Pick up the speed. Don't throw him underneath. Throw him the top.
Right here you see Pacquiao shooting a straight left, and while he's finishing up here, his head accidentally bangs in. I mean, it is something that was definitely an accident. But I think the fact that Barrera is not comfortable with the way the fight is going, he wanted to use it as an excuse possible to have the fight terminated.
And there was Barrera's butt attempt against Pacquiao. When I said the cut was bad, I was referring to the location, but as Manny pointed out, amazingly, it seemed to stop bleeding on its own during the course of that 7th round. Now we go to the 8th. Time running out on Marco Antonio Barrera, who hasn't won enough rounds to really be in the fight and hasn't shown enough power versus Pacquiao to turn this thing around. It's going to be a slugfest from here on in. Barrera understands he can't box for a minute. He's not going to try to box.
taking a lot of bad butts shown at the same time, but also the right jab following the left hand is becoming a very effective punch in the fight now for Pacquiao.
There may be a second nick over Barrera's eye.
Yeah, because he got butted again very badly. The angle of the collide seems to always favor Pacquiao landing his head in the right position where Barrera gets the cut.
Pacquiao throwing many more punches as he hammers away at Barrera. Again, Marco has to hope that he'll catch Pacquiao coming in with something big. And he'll try. That right uppercut beginning to be a weapon for Barrera as Pacquiao charges forward.
Pacquiao could be emerging in this fight as the second exciting fighter to come on the scene this year following Mayorga. Perhaps with more skill and not quite as much power in his weight class.
But it brings a lot of spirit to much like Mayorga. And that's really a quality that is hard to give a fighter. A lot of determination.
Pacquiao also trying to define himself as the greatest fighter ever from the Philippines, outdistancing Jerry Peñalosa, Luisito Espinosa, and the great Flash Elordi from decades back.